No importa lo lento que pueda ser el camino, mientras no te detengas en lograr quien quieres ser. A lo largo de esta pandemia, todos aprendimos nuevas formas de vivir, de ser y de trabajar. Sin duda, un desafío retador, pero también una oportunidad de aprender a mantenernos cerca de ti, porque lograr tu sueño de estudiar en Canadá también es nuestro sueño. Los retos de la vida no están ahí para paralizarte, sino para ayudarte a descubrir quién eres. En Canadá, ahora el futuro es más claro. Poco a poco la normalidad está de vuelta. Canadá te necesita para participar en su sistema educativo, laboral y para que seas parte de su economía. Vuelve a inspirarte en tu sueño de estudiar, trabajar y quedarte a vivir en Canadá. No olvides lo aprendido, solo hay un hoy. Todo empieza aquí y ahora. Hazlo con Class Education.
We're rolling.
My name is Ranford Plummer and I'm from Jamaica.
My name is Rushan Jodh and I'm from India.
So my name is Harmandeep Kaur and I'm from Punjab, India.
My name is Rubai Padam and I am from a city called City Beautiful. It is from the north of India, which is as beautiful as Edmonton.
My name is Sharon and I'm from Kenya. It's a country in East Africa.
My name is Aldrich Luis Biantinor. I'm from the Philippines.
I chose NorQuest College because it was very friendly to me. From the International Student Office was amazing. They answered all my questions. They satisfied all my concerns. They look out for our best interests. They give us all the supports we need. The technology here is amazing. And I think that NorQuest gives you that holistic learning experience.
You can gain real-world experience and the teachers are so supportive. You can feel comfortable here. There are like 77 languages spoken on campus.
At first I thought it would be so intimidating. Students are like from all over, from different ages. The diversity in the school, it's so interesting.
Life in Canada is really, really amazing, especially for women. This is a beautiful city to be in.
Here in Edmonton, we're so hospitable to me, very caring.
I would describe Edmonton as a very beautiful place.
People here are really, really respectful. They respect you for what you are.
The advice I would give to prospective students is don't be afraid.
Don't doubt yourself. Don't limit your expectations. There are many places that you can go. There's a lot that you can achieve here at NorQuest College.
There are great opportunities in Canada, especially for international students.
When you come down here, you'll actually learn a lot about yourself. You're making a personal investment. You have so much support. You learn to grow.
The thing that I really like about my program is that I could be an advocate for this. It really brings me joy that in the long run, as of today, I could use the knowledge that I gained in my program, help the people around me.
Once you come here, only then you realize how much good it can be to your life and how much it can add to your experience.
Most people think that coming to a different country, coming to a different college is hard, but just take the first step.
Class Education presenta un espacio que te brinda información de valor referente a la amplia gama de programas y beneficios de estudiar en Canadá para que tomes la mejor decisión. Class TV. Queda con ustedes nuestro anfitrión, Bruno Perón.
Muy buenas noches a todos. Bruno Perón aquí saludándolos desde Vancouver, Canadá. Como es costumbre, cada jueves nos juntamos aquí para platicar un poco y darles información de valor para ayudarles a tomar buenas decisiones con respecto a estudios en Canadá. Hoy, como es costumbre, tendré el gusto de entrevistarme con una escuela canadiense, una escuela pública en la provincia de Alberta, una provincia que mucha gente conoce porque ha hecho mucho ruido en México y América Latina por las facilidades que dan para inmigración, la fuerza de su economía también. Es una provincia muy interesante que hay que considerar. Entonces vamos a hablar con nuestro entrevistado en unos minutos más, pero antes de empezar les quiero comentar que estamos en vivo en Facebook, en YouTube, en LinkedIn. El equipo de clase sobre todo está allí para acompañarlos. Si tienen preguntas, si tienen comentarios que hacernos, háganlos ayer. Nos van a hacer llegar estas preguntas en vivo para que las tomemos con ustedes. Como es costumbre, me encanta tomar la mayor cantidad de preguntas posible. Y están ahí en las plataformas, pues de una vez pónganos un like, un compartir, unos comentarios para que, y suscribirse, ¿no? Para que cada vez les llegue esta información para que nos puedan seguir. ¿Ok? Entonces estamos allá en las plataformas para ustedes. Y para la gente que no nos conocen, les quiero comentar rápidamente quién es Class Education, quién está poniendo esos espacios informativos para ustedes. Somos una empresa de consultoría educativa especializada en Canadá. Trabajamos programas de idioma, high school, educación estudios de educación superior, campamentos, todo eso. Somos una empresa canadiense de origen, pero también estamos establecidos en México y trabajamos con México y toda Latinoamérica, América Latina desde más de 27 años ya. Y importante hecho es que somos la empresa número 1 en la promoción de la educación superior canadiense en América Latina. Entonces, somos una empresa muy organizada, muy consolidada con respecto a este tipo de información. Hemos enviado ya más de 10,000 alumnos de México y América Latina a estudiar a Canadá y trabajamos con más de 300 instituciones en Canadá. Entonces, la verdad que estoy seguro que tenemos una institución que se acopla a sus necesidades y eso es nuestro trabajo de orientarlos para encontrar la institución que más les corresponde. Como pueden ver abajo de la pantalla, somos afiliados en varios organismos mundiales que rigen la industria de estudios en el extranjero y también somos miembros fundador de la Cámara de Comercio Canadiense en México. Trabajamos muy de cerca con la Embajada de Canadá en México. Ellos nos entrenan sobre todo los requisitos para las visas de nuestros clientes. También somos parte de AMTE, la Asociación Mexicana de Turismo Educativo, y varios otros organismos, como pueden ver ahí. Los servicios que ofrecemos para nuestros clientes son muy amplios, empezando con la consultoría educativa, es decir, ayudarles a elegir el mejor programa y la mejor institución y la mejor ciudad o provincia inclusive para sus necesidades o sus gustos. También todo el proceso de inscripción o de registro en esas instituciones, armar las aplicaciones fuertes sin que nos falte ningún documento para recibir, obviamente, una respuesta positiva. Seguro médico, alojamiento a su llegada a Canadá, los trámites de visado para estudiar, tanto como para trabajar, y si es para usted solito o para su pareja también y sus familias, pues hacemos toda esta parte para ustedes. Y otros servicios como recepción en el aeropuerto, cuando llegan, traducción de documentos, revalidación de estudios, todo eso son servicios que encontrarán con Class Education, todo en un solo lugar, con una sola empresa que les puede llevar de la mano a lo largo de este gran proyecto que seguramente les podrá cambiar la vida. ¿Ok? Entonces, ese es Class Education, quien está poniendo esos espacios informativos para ustedes cada jueves a las 7 p.m. hora de México y martes por Instagram a las 6 p.m. Y eso es el formulario de registro que pusimos en cada una de sus plataformas donde se encuentran en este momento. Si quieren más información, si quieren estar en contacto con nosotros, regálanos sus datos, llénenlos simplemente y se manda por las redes sociales y con eso vamos a tener sus datos para estar en contacto con ustedes. Y también a lo largo de esta presentación verán nuestros datos apareciendo abajo de la pantalla donde nos podrán contactar. ¿Ok? Muy bien, perfecto. Pues ya con esta parte de introducción, vamos ahora sí a comentarles un poco más sobre nuestro invitado del día de hoy, NorQuest College, los 7 puntos más importantes de este college según Class Education. Hay muchos, pero tenemos que los cortamos a los 7 más importantes. Primero es que es un college público ubicado en la ciudad de Edmonton, Alberta, al norte de la provincia, aquí en Canadá. Es un punto muy importante. Punto número 2, Alberta es la capital energética de Canadá y la provincia donde los impuestos son los más bajos. De hecho, no hay impuesto provincial en la provincia de Alberta. Es muy interesante. Resulta haciendo más dinero para los alumnos. 95% de sus egresados consiguen un empleo en los primeros 6 meses después de la graduación. También eso es muy, muy importante para muchos de ustedes. 95% de ellos consiguen trabajo saliendo de la escuela en su área de trabajo. Punto número 4, ofrecen programas como certificados, diplomas y postdiplomas, es decir, posgrados. Punto número 5, área de estudios como salud, negocio, diseño, comunicación, tecnología y estudios comunitarios. Y muchos de sus programas, ya hablo de muchos, ofrecen programas de co-op remunerados, es decir, prácticas laborales remuneradas para los estudiantes. ¿Ok? Ahora vamos al punto número 6. NorQuest College colabora activamente con empresas de gobierno y comunidades, por lo que sus egresados son relevantes para la fuerza laboral. Eso es muy, muy importante también para conseguir trabajo y por eso tienen una tasa del 95% de alumnos que consiguen trabajo. Y al final, el punto 7, que es crucial, el 100% de sus programas son elegibles para el famoso Postgraduate Work Permit, el PGWP, el permiso laboral que se le ofrece a los alumnos para que puedan trabajar en Canadá hasta 3 años después de graduarse. ¿Okay? Entonces, todos los puntos son crucial para mí, muy importantes, son los más importantes, pero para hablar más de eso, por eso nos vamos a entrevistar hoy con el representante de la escuela. Así que si están listos, agarren sus plumas o sus iPads para tomar notas y en un segundo más empezamos. Muy bien, perfecto. Pues con nosotros ahora sí ya lo que sigue de la entrevista lo vamos a hacer en inglés porque nuestro representante de NorQuest College no habla español, pero no importa. Si algo no entienden, pueden dejar sus preguntas en el chat y yo estaré contestando a sus comentarios y sus preguntas. Pero sin esperarlo más, les presento, con nosotros está Sir Vashish. Sir, how are you? Good evening.
Yeah, hi. Good evening to you and hello, everybody. Thank you for inviting me.
No, that's our problem. It's our pleasure to have you back on the program. Thank you for being here. I gave a quick introduction as to what is NorQuest College, some of the programs that you offer, the place where you're located. But who better than yourself to tell us a little bit more about the college? We know it's a public college. You have about 20,000 students, so it's not a small college. It's a medium-sized college in Canada. Located in the capital of Alberta, Edmonton. And we've seen that you have a very vibrant economy there, and 95% of your graduate find work upon graduation, which is a very, very high number, to say the least. But tell us, I think we could start today by talking about why would you say that Alberta, in this case, Edmonton and NorQuest College, would be a good fit for international students that come to Canada for the first time? Why would it be a good place to land and to study and work and eventually maybe also immigrate to Canada?
Definitely. Well, thank you again for the opportunity again. So I'll probably start with the destination. I'll give the audience the information about the Edmonton city. So Edmonton is one of the big cities in Canada because in Canada, there are only 6 big cities which have more than 1 million population, and Edmonton is one of them. It has 1.5 million people, so it's not a small city. As you already mentioned, it's the capital city of the province of Alberta. So one thing that is really unique about Edmonton, it's the most affordable big city in Canada. So recently it came out at the stats that the affordability of Edmonton, is in a way, if you compare with Toronto and Vancouver, the cost of living in Edmonton is 50% less than Toronto and Vancouver.
50%?
50% less.
50, sorry.
50% less than the city of Vancouver and Toronto. So that is something that stands out because when we are comparing the tuition fee, more or less, there is maybe 5 to 8% difference between the tuition fee among public colleges. We may be up 5% or 8% from others, some we are low, but the cost of living is something that comes with destination. So I'll just give you some information because students may be curious why I'm making a claim of 50% less. So like a 1-bedroom apartment you can get in a downtown Edmonton where our college is located, and roughly around $700 to $800 for a 1-bedroom apartment. For 2-bedroom apartment, you can get it for around $9,000 to $1,000. So if you compare that to a downtown apartment location in Vancouver or Toronto, pretty much that comes the double the amount. And
at least.
Yeah, and then same comes with the house prices as well. So overall, I think that's one thing that stands out for a lot of people, because students want to go to a place which is a affordable destination. So that is one big plus for Edmonton. On top of that, the double bonus is the less taxes. There is only 5% tax here in Alberta, again, which is again 50% less than what you have in Toronto and Vancouver. So again, it's a double saving. So it makes Alberta and Edmonton a very, very affordable destination um, in terms of.
That's a very important point. Entonces, dice que 50% menos puede costar vivir en Edmonton comparado con ciudades como Toronto o Vancouver, sobre todo por el costo de vivienda, ¿no? Entonces, eso es una parte muy importante. Y la otra parte es la parte de impuestos, que seguramente va a tocar ahorita. Los impuestos en Alberta son más bajos, entonces ahí nos ahorramos un 7% de impuestos sobre todo lo que consumimos, ¿no? Entonces, okay, very good, very interesting. 50% off in cost of living, and also you have the taxation, which is an important factor as well, right?
Yes, exactly. So taxation is a factor. Then, of course, not only affordable destination is good enough, you need to earn money also to survive in that place. So we'll come to economy. So economy-wise, Alberta is the third largest economy in Canada. It right now, recently, the GDP growth rate in Alberta is the second highest in Canada. So which mean in simple language, GDP growth rate means the amount of new job creation that is happening in Alberta is the number second in simple language. So yeah, there are a lot of jobs coming, and you may be wondering, or students may be wondering, in what fields jobs are coming. So Alberta is right now creating a lot of jobs in retail and wholesale trade, technology jobs. There's also jobs coming in health, community studies, and also as things are opening up COVID wise, Alberta is also a very touristy place. So we have a lot of we have Rocky Mountains here, we have other touristy places here. So there's going to be a lot of jobs coming in the tourism sector as well. So altogether, the economy is opening up, the jobs are increasing, which is great. And it's a very diverse economy, Alberta, because sometimes people think Alberta is just oil and gas, but that's not true. Oil and gas is the seventh largest sector among the top 10 sectors in Alberta, but there are many other sectors where students can find job. Now I'll come to, what are the benefits of coming to NorQuest College? So NorQuest College, again, because we are a community college, so we are a little different than university, because community colleges function a little differently. We offer programs which match our local labor market. So we offer around 30 programs at our institution in certificate, diploma, post-diploma, professional certificate, all those credentials are matched with our local labor market. So we know when a student does that program, there is an opportunity to find a job. And also, I think I was looking at your presentation, you mentioned about the co-op. So all our programs have co-op as well, which is practical. So students get applied learning. They are also getting networking with the employer. So they're getting that Canadian experience that is very critical for student employment opportunity.
Okay,
So
this is very, very important. Okay, so the colleges in Canada, public colleges in Canada, their reason for being, their reason for existing is to get students to get jobs afterward and to help the economy fulfill their position, right? So that's why college exists. So a 95% success rate of students getting a job in what they studied upon graduation is a very high amount, a very high number, which tells us two things. The state of the economy in Alberta is very strong. They said it's number 2 in Canada right now. And 2, suited to get the students ready to work in the workplace. That also is an indication of that, right? I mean, that means the college prepared the students very, very well. How much, the co-op programs, how much of the co-op program would you think affect the capacity for students to find work upon graduation? Do a lot of the people that do their co-op, do end up working in that same company upon graduation?
I would say some of them, but it contributes a lot because the employers look very, I would say, very positively that students who have skill development already done within the program. So definitely it is one of the biggest reason which contributes to students' employment prospects. Yes, and some students are, yes, they are retained by the employers where they're working while they're doing their co-op.
Right. And these co-op are organized and they're organized and they're searched by the colleges, correct?
Yes, we have a dedicated team which is called Work Integrated Learning Team, and also it's called Career Education Team as well.
Okay.
So they're the one who find that, and we have networking with all the employers. And just one thing I'll add, so in college education also, a lot of our programs are constructed in the consultation of the companies. So every program have something called Program Advisory Committee, which is called PAC. So those PACs are basically CEOs or presidents of different companies. So we meet with our PAC partners every quarter and we tell them, okay, this program we are offering. They say, okay, you need to change this course. This is not in demand. This is something you need to offer. And then we also, those partners of us help us to also find placements and all that. So our programs are very much run from the feedback from the industry. So that's another factor that makes program very job ready, industry oriented, and I would say up to date to what is in demand in the market.
Okay, so this is very interesting for those that didn't understand this. The committees are made up of people from the industry saying this is what we need, and they're in the committees to make sure that this learning is inside the program. And then that's why the students get the jobs, because the industry is telling them what we need to teach them, the students, so when they graduate, they're ready for the job placement, for the environment, for their position. So that's a very, very big point, and I want to make sure that everyone understood that. And also, you talked about networking, sir. This is a very important aspect as well. So the more contact the students have with the working for the companies, the more opportunity they have to network, get to know the companies and get the companies to know them, and then do their networking during their schooling and after graduation to find job easily afterwards, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think networking is a key. And there are various ways we do networking, or we help students to network with the prospective employers. One, of course, is placement. So students go and work in those companies. So they create a positive impression in the mind of the prospective employers. They know, okay, in my field, this is the leading employer. That's where my college is sending. There's other aspect which we call career advising. So we do one-on-one career advising. So because every student they need their own tailored career advising, and everybody needs their own advice. So we tell them, okay, you're looking for a job in health programs, you've done practicum in this, these are the kind of companies you should look for jobs. This is the job site where you go. These are the job searching techniques. This is how your resume should look like, because all the jobs that you are called for interview, the first thing they look is your resume, your cover letter, your Canadian experience. So we give them that opportunity. And also the other way we help students is volunteer opportunities. So volunteering is a big thing in Canada. So a lot of time you don't get paid for that work, but you do volunteer and work with different employers. And there are volunteer opportunities for students. So we tell students, take those volunteer opportunities, because that's your opportunity to connect with the employers, make an impression, and then that's from where your opportunities open. Right. So there are various ways that we help students to network with employers.
Okay, very good. Could you show us some of the pictures of the college? We've seen some pictures at the beginning, but they were mainly from interviews within the college. Do you have pictures of the college that we could take a look at?
Yeah, and I can show you. I would say
while you do that, I'll say a couple of things to the audience.
Sure.
So we'll show you some pictures. Le vamos a enseñar algunas fotos del college que está en Edmonton, como decía. Después de eso, vamos a revisar los programas que ofrecen. Hay programas muy, muy interesantes y todos casi con entre 90 y 100% de la gente que se gradúa de esos programas que encuentran trabajo luego. Vamos a hablar de los costos, vamos a hablar de requisitos, vamos a hablar de becas parciales que ofrece el college también. Ya hablamos de oportunidades de networking. Hablamos un poquito también de toda la asistencia que ofrece el college a sus alumnos en prepararlos, cómo hacer sus currículum, cómo va a prepararse para una entrevista, cómo hacer sus cartas de intención a una empresa donde quieren empezar a trabajar. Todo el apoyo que da el college para preparar a los alumnos para que encuentren trabajo luego. Eso es parte de su razón de ser, pero sí ofrecen muchos servicios a los alumnos y vamos a hablar un poco más de eso. Y al último vamos a hablar un poco de la urgencia si desean aplicar para septiembre 2022. Pues eso es mañana, ¿no? Entonces hay que ir preparándose y los que están interesados, pues otra vez les digo, pueden llenar el formato que está en la red social donde se encuentran en ese momento para que tengamos sus datos o pueden contactarnos y agendar su cita porque sí, algunos programas en algunas escuelas ya se están empezando a llenar, así que hay que ir con anticipación y ir empezando a avanzar en ese tema si es lo que desean hacer, ¿ok? Y aprovecho el espacio para decirles que si tienen preguntas, háganoslo saber en el chat para que podamos tomar sus preguntas en vivo y de una vez también que nos digan de qué ciudad, qué país nos están escuchando y cualquier comentario que quieren que toquemos en este live, ¿ok? Muy bien, ok, very good.
Okay, what I'll do, Bruno, is I will share a short video on the campus tour. I think that will be better. I have some pictures, but I think this will probably give a really good understanding of the campus because the lady who's doing the campus tour is one of our team members. So she's showing the campus, and this gives a very good feel to the students on the ambience of the campus.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let me share my screen. And let me know if you can see this.
Hey everyone, welcome to NorQuest College. My name is Julian and I'm so excited to show you around today.
I can't see it yet, but I can hear her.
Oh, you can hear it?
Okay. I can hear it, but I couldn't see it.
Okay.
Maybe it's going from Edmonton to Mexico to Vancouver, so it's a long distance.
Okay, let me see if you can see it now.
This is virtual. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Let's look around. The Singmar Center for Learning opened in the fall of 2017. It's a really special, beautiful building. It's LEED certified. There's tons of classrooms, health labs, the simulation center, variety of different student services, learner center. The Singmar Center is the place to be on campus. So we are now here on the main floor of the Singmar Center for Learning in the atrium. Find our 1,000 Women Child Care Center, as well as our Students Association office. Is that okay? I love the classrooms in our Singmar Center for Learning as like a full suite of technology services. They all have smart boards that are also whiteboards. Gone are the days of chalkboards. Yeah, and they're just big and airy, and you can even social distance in here. Here on the 4th floor of the Civic Employees Legacy Tower, we have some science labs. So we have students from our arts and science program studying in there, as well as some of our upgrading students taking science courses. I hope to see you in one of these NorQuest classrooms soon. This is the Learner Center. It includes a variety of different services for students, including the library, computer commons, assistive technology, and our tutorial and academic coaching services. You reading, Julian? Oh, chemistry and molecular approach. I am not a science gal. All I've been reading lately is like baby books because I have no idea what I'm doing. Hey, let's head up to the 4th floor and check out some labs. This is one of the nursing labs that we have on campus. This is where our practical nurse and healthcare aid students get to practice their skills and get hands-on experience to prepare them to enter the workforce. This is one of our training mannequins. I like to call him Jerry. Jerry is receiving excellent care here at NorQuest College. Hey, follow me.
The Olson Simulation Center is a simulation facility where we have mannequins and they do all sorts of cool things. So they bleed and they pee and they have pulses and they talk and they cough and they do all sorts of neat bodily functions. And our students will come here to learn in a real life simulated hospital setting and practice their communication skills and make mistakes in a safe spot and be able to reflect and remediate in a safe place so they can take those lessons out into the workforce.
Hey, y'all. So I'm here on the third floor of our Singmar Center for Learning in one of the various study and relax spaces that we have on campus. So there's spaces like this, the Shared Learning Commons, on every floor of this building, as well as areas in our neighboring building, the Civic Employees Legacy Tower, including our huge cafeteria, where you can hang out, gather with friends, do some required reading, and grab a Timmy's as well. All right, we are now here in our beautiful Indigenous student.
I'm going to stop there because I think it's a pretty long video, but I think this probably gives a really good idea to the students about the campus.
Yeah, that was very interesting. And we got to see the installation, which are beautiful. It's, the thing people have to know that in Canada, public colleges get a lot of good funding from our governments. And you can tell by the buildings, the quality of the education, the installations, it's the best there is. It's world class, and NorQuest is a good example of that. So thank you for that video. Let's dive into some of the programs that you offer at NorQuest, please. You have a visual that we can see all the programs.
Yeah,
you have about 30 programs, right, including some English language program for people that are not up to date on their English. But let's talk about some of the programs, and then we'll look into requirements and cost.
Sure, I'll do that.
Y mientras aprovecho otra vez para que dice a la gente, ya vamos a empezar a tomar preguntas, así que si tienen preguntas, ya vi unas de Daniel, algunas de Cristian y varias otras, entonces pongan sus preguntas, vamos a empezar a tomar preguntas en unos minutos más, ¿sale?
Okay, so I'll probably tell for the program. So I'll quickly go through it, not going into too much detail, but we have like different kind of programs. I'll probably start from here. So we have a lot of health programs, community study programs, environmental science, technology, business, and foundation. So as you mentioned, ESL and those programs. So right now we are open application for fall 2022 and winter 2023. So in health programs, we have very popular programs like nursing diploma, pharmacy diploma, interdisciplinary, recreation therapy, healthcare aid, healthcare leadership post-diploma, which is very popular among students who have a degree or diploma in health. So we have few, doctors, dentists, nurses who are applying for healthcare leadership programs. But again, health programs are a little oversubscribed. So you can see here, pretty much all our programs for fall intake are already full or waitlisted. So we are right now recommending students to apply for our winter intake. So that applications are open for nursing, healthcare aid, and the healthcare leadership program. These three programs are open for winter 2023, so students can definitely apply. As we already discussed, each and every program here has an applied learning. So we have clinical placements in our health programs. They're unpaid practicums, but the students get placed with one of the top employers in Alberta, which is Alberta Health Services, Covenant Health, which hires pretty much most of the health professionals here in Alberta. So we work with
the government. That's the government health employer.
Yes.
That's the province. That's the province of Alberta hiring those students.
Exactly,
okay.
And they are also part of our PAC also. So they're part of our the program advisory committee as well.
Okay. We have Cristian Ruiz López que dice, me interesa técnico farmacéutico. Pues Cristian, estás en el lugar correcto. Ahí dice Pharmacy Technician, es exactamente el programa que estás buscando. Es un programa de 2 años. Está lleno ya para septiembre, pero estás en tiempo para empezar en enero. Si te interesa, este programa se llena cada semestre, Cristian. Entonces yo te invitaría a llenar el formulario que está en Facebook. Ahorita tú estás en Facebook. Llena el formulario, déjanos tus datos para darte más información y empezar tu proceso ya de registro para enero 2023, antes que se llene. El programa cuesta $39,053. Eso es para los 2 años, la mitad por 1 año y la mitad por 1 semestre. Entonces, más o menos, $8,500, $9,000 más o menos por semestre. Son 4 semestres y con un... excuse me, when you talk about co-op program, that's 1 semester, right?
So it depends. So in some programs that we have co-op every term, and there's certain hours students have to go in the clinical placement site. So it varies from program to program.
Okay.
But there are a number of hours. So if a student goes to our website, they can see how many number of hours total practicum they'll do during the full duration of the program.
Okay, very good. So pharmacy technician is one of the person we have online. Christian is looking for. So too bad it's full for September, but there's room. And I would say don't wait too long, even for January 2023, because these programs always fill up. Nursing programs, pharmacy programs, therapy assistant program, all these programs are either full or wait list. That means that it's already full, and they're still taking people because some people may not go, and then they'll fill them up. But these are very successful program, and a lot of people want to take them. So very good.
So they are oversubscribed programs. So that's right. So applying early is key. I'll just talk about here community study programs. So you can see here pretty much all of the programs are full here for fall. So we have very popular programs here like early learning and childcare diploma, child and youth care diploma. There's a lot of jobs in these two fields as well here in Alberta, because Edmonton is one of the youngest city in Canada, which have the youngest population here. So there's a lot of jobs in early learning and childcare, child and youth care. And you can see here some program like mental health recovery practitioner, addiction recovery practitioner. And in that program, mental health students who have a diploma or degree in health or degree or diploma in psychology, sociology, they can apply. Then we have educational assistant, community support worker, early learning and childcare. So all these programs are very high demand program. So that's why you're seeing that these programs are also very oversubscribed, and they're already full for September, but students can apply for winter intake for early learning, childcare, child and youth care, mental health, and community support worker. And here also, each and every program has a field placement, work placement, or community service learning, which is a part of applied learning. So we have all that components in these programs as well.
All right. Okay. So very good programs as well. We have another comment from Andres Franco, who's saying he's interested in the therapeutic reaction program for, I think it was in the previous, there we go, on the previous page, therapeutic recreation program.
Yes.
That program, if it's, I think he wants it for January 23, and he's asking if these are Canadian dollars. And yes, these are Canadian dollars, so that's already a 30% discount. If you were thinking US dollars, that means a 30% discount. So that program is at $37,000 for 2 years. Half of $37,000 is the amount for the first year, and half of that is the amount for the first semester. Because you can pay by semester, right?
Yes, you pay semester by semester, and this tuition fee don't only include tuition fee. This includes health insurance, dental insurance, bus pass, non-instructional fee. So I'm including everything in this costing. Usually the tuition fee is like $3,000 to $4,000, less than that, but I'm including all-inclusive price, so you get a good estimate.
Ah, ok. Entonces, eso es muy, muy importante, ¿ok? En esos precios, él está incluyendo el pase de transporte público mensual de todo el año. Está incluyendo el costo del seguro médico nacional canadiense para donde hay no deducible y no hay máximos y nada de eso. Entonces, es el mismo seguro que tienen los canadienses. Está incluido en este precio. También un costo de seguro médico, dental para los estudiantes. Y otros servicios que ofrece la escuela. Entonces, el costo de la colegiatura sería $3,000 a $4,000 menos si no incluyera eso, pero lo está incluyendo, pero hay que decirlo porque es más valor para este precio. Entonces, por eso Edmonton también ofrece precios de colegiatura unos 10 a 15% abajo, 8 a 10% más bien, abajo de otros colegios en el país, pero cuando posemos estos gastos adicionales, que son gastos que van a usar de todos modos, pues nos da esas tarifas, pero es importante comentar que sí incluye los seguros dental, médico y el pase de transporte público de todo el año. ¿Ok? Y son dólares canadienses, Andrés, para que lo tengas claro. ¿Ok? Si te interesa, también a ti, bueno, y a otra persona que dijo que quiere el programa de Therapeutic Recreation, déjanos sus datos. No esperen que el programa sea en waitlist para enero 2023 tampoco. Es tiempo de empezar por lo menos a mandar su aplicación para apartar un lugar. Luego podemos ver cuándo vayamos y cuándo hay que pagar, pero por lo menos ir apartando espacio. ¿Ok? Muy bien. Ok. Let's look at the third set of programs you have after community studies.
Okay, so this is again continuation of community studies. So we have these programs as well: disability studies, social work, justice. So anyone who is studying or want to study in criminal justice, we have that program. Settlement studies. So we have seats available in settlement studies for September and January. We have few seats in justice program. But of course, these two programs are waitlisted right now. So waitlisted mean we are still accepting application, but there is no seat available. Limited means we do have seat available. You'll get an offer letter. And full means that we are not accepting application because that program is full. And of course, open means that program is open, of course, and you will get the offer letter in those programs.
Okay, perfect. Very good.
Okay, a little bit about business environment and technology program. So on the top, we have the business program like business administration diploma, which is very popular. We have 4 specialization in it: accounting, finance, management, human resource. This program does have a paid internship, but again, it's competitive paid internship. Students have to apply early. They could get 4 months of paid internship. And there's an internship after the end of the first year, also paid internship after the end of the second year. This program is also very popular. You can see it's already waitlisted for September, but it's open for January right now. And then these two programs are 1 year certificate accounting technician, administrative professional. These programs also have the 1 month of practicum, but they're unpaid. So these are the business programs that you see on the top. These two programs are a little unique to us because we are in Alberta. In Alberta, we have programs related to environmental science, energy management. So this is a little unique. So we get a lot of students in environmental protection technology, not only who have a high school, but we get a lot of students who have bachelors of science, bachelors of engineering, who want to do environmental protection. We even have a field school in Hinton, which is in the Rocky Mountains. So students go in the forest, pretty much you can say close to the forest, do a lot of field work. And this program also has like 4 months of paid internship. And energy management is another one. A very good program for students who have bachelors in mechanical engineering, are very suitable because students work in energy sector as energy consultant, energy auditors, those kind of things.
So at least, so we see they're still open. Most of them are still open for fall, so that's good news.
Yes.
And then you have some very interesting new programs: machine learning analyst, supply chain management, business analysis, food and beverages management. These are all very commercial programs, as we would call them. That means that I would say that 100% of those people are getting jobs when they graduate.
Yeah, it's a very, you're absolutely right. These are the new fields and there are a lot of jobs available. So I'll give you a little very short background. So machine learning is in Edmonton right now. We're getting a lot of companies who are coming and working in the field of artificial intelligence, machine learning, coding. And even in Alberta, we have now an Alberta Institute of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. So we made this program in collaboration with that Institute of Alberta. So they are the program advisory committee. So they are the people who designed this program. And this program is also having projects where students do project and get their applied learning. So this also, you're right, this has a very high employment option. And we have this program open. And the 3 professional certificate programs that you see below: supply chain, business analysis, food and beverage management. All these programs leads to designations. So you do supply chain management, you can become a supply chain management professional. You do business analysis, you will become business analyst. And food and beverage is very new. So we are right now working with a World Chef designation that student can get. And all these 3 program professional certificates, we have guaranteed 3 months paid internship. Any student who goes in these 3 programs will get guaranteed 3 months paid internship, and we will find that for them because we have program advisory committees and their extended companies who want to employ our students during that practicum. So we have all that network.
And these are 1 year program. These are 3 last programs are 1 year. The diplomas are 2 years.
2 years.
And the professional certificates are 1 year program. Okay, very good.
Yes.
Okay, what else we got? Foundation programs, the ESL program, the English programs for people that need to upgrade their level of English, right?
Exactly. So we teach all the ESL levels from IELTS 4 level to IELTS 7. So between that, we teach pretty much all. If you have an English between that level from IELTS 4 to IELTS 7, yes, you can come to us. We can definitely do the ESL program. We have one of the largest ESL program in Edmonton and in Alberta, because in Edmonton, we get a lot of refugees who come, and they come also and study with us in our ESL program. So this is a government funded program, but of course for international student, it's a little different program. Because that's, of course, is not government funded, but this is a very good program because we have been trained to help new refugees who don't speak any English. We help them to learn English. So we are really good in teaching English in that sense.
Okay. Here's a question from Lady Joanna Cuero Calderon. She says, I'm doing a virtual pathway program with ILAC. Are you working with ILAC? Do you accept this pathway with ILAC to get into your program at NorQuest?
Unfortunately not. So we are not working with any private language school right now. But what I would recommend student, if they're doing a course with ILAC, we do accept Duolingo for a pre-placement in our bridging program. So you can write a Duolingo exam, and I'll show you how much score do we need in order to get in. So you can get with a Duolingo exam, and you can get into our program. But unfortunately, we're not working with ILAC right now as a pathway to our programs.
Okay. Lady Joanna, entonces no están trabajando con ALAC, pero lo que propone es que al terminar tu pathway, puedes hacer el examen Duolingo, y si consigues, ahora vamos a ver la calificación que tienes que tener en Duolingo, creo que son 105 o 110, y con eso puedes entrar directo en el programa. Entonces, el Duolingo es muy económico hacer este examen, son $49 americanos, si no me equivoco. Entonces, puedes hacer eso y también puedes hacer el IELTS también, que son exámenes más caros, pero con esto también ya puedes entrar directamente en el programa. Let's talk about your requirements for admission, because we have a few questions on that. People are asking English requirements and other requirements.
Okay, I'll just quickly go through this chart. So again, we have divided our program for English requirement in different bands. So band E is where most of our business program are. Our professional certificate programs are here as well. So we need 6 with no band less than 5.5 here. We need Duolingo score of 105. But if you cannot get that score, if you have at least 75 in Duolingo or 4.5 IELTS with no section below 4, then you can get into our bridging program as well. But of course, you have to do some ESL courses, and then you can enter into our program. All our health programs, environmental science programs, community study programs, machine learning, teaching English, all that program, we need 6.5 with no band less than 6. We accept Duolingo also 115. But if you cannot get it, you can come even with that score of Duolingo 85, this much IELTS. For our nursing program, we need a pretty high IELTS, 7.5 listening, 7 speaking, 6.5 reading, 7 writing. But the good news is that for nursing, you can get into the bridging program. Even if you have 95 in Duolingo, we'll accept you. You'll take some ESL courses, and then you can enter into our nursing program. But in our bridging program, the good thing is we will reserve a seat in the program for you.
Okay, that's very good. Okay.
So you are not having like you have a guaranteed seat in the program if you're doing our pathway and you're doing those ESL courses. So you have that peace of mind that, oh, my seat is there, so I don't have to worry about it.
Ok, muy importante esta parte. Si están en el programa de Puente, ¿no? Se llama Bridging Program, al mejorar su nivel de inglés, ya les aparta el lugar en el programa antes que se llene. Entonces ya tienen su lugar asegurado, su lugar apartado en nuestros programas. Como la mayoría de los programas, los de contabilidad, de negocio, administración, todo eso, el Duolingo es 105 o TOEFL 71. Y en los demás programas, que es en la columna F, que son energía, educación, environmental studies, todo eso son un nivel de Duolingo un poco más alto, 115, pero tampoco es tan alto, ¿no? O un TOEFL 84 y un IELTS 6.5, que es lo normal. Y nada más, pues cuando hablamos de enfermería, ese tipo de programa, pues sí piden un nivel de inglés bastante alto, porque es importante poder entender todo y hacerse entender también por los demás, porque estamos hablando de la vida o la salud de la gente, ¿no? Entonces, muy importante. Okay, very interesting. Now we're clear. I think that was one of the questions that one person was asking, what is the level of English that you required? So that nailed the question. Thank you very much. Yeah, tell us about the difference between non-competitive admission and competitive admission.
Yeah.
Conditional
So, yeah, so definitely. So in colleges, we have mostly non-competitive admission. So usually in universities, we have competitive admission, which means non-competitive means that first come, first serve. If you apply early, you'll get seat first. And competitive admission means it's admission based on merit. Who have the highest marks gets the admission first. So in NorQuest College, we do not go by competitive admission because again, colleges is more focused on accessibility of the education to everyone, not only the merit students. So we, again, it's very key at NorQuest College to apply early. So first qualified, first admitted. So if you apply early and we have seats available, yeah, you have very high chance of getting an offer letter, provided of course you meet the admission requirement. So that's what it means by competitive admission. Now we are also very accessible. So for some a reason you don't meet an admission requirement, like for example, I'm taking an example. If you apply to a nursing program, you don't meet an admission requirement, and you don't have good marks in biology, you can still write an online biology exam, which is called a free academic assessment exam. If you pass it, that's great. You're going in the program. If you don't pass it, we'll give you a second chance also. It's a free exam, second time. If even in 2 attempts you cannot pass the biology exam, then you can do that biology course online through academic upgrading, sitting in Mexico. Or you can come in a NorQuest bridging program, do your biology program first, and then get into nursing. But of course, we will have a seat saved for you in the nursing program, in the bridging program. That's a good thing about the bridging.
Okay. What do people need? If people want to apply today, what do they need to apply and pay for the application? And then once they get their letter of acceptance, what do they need to do? Do they need to put money down to reserve their space, or how does it work?
Sure. So again, I'll just probably jump again next. So yes, if once a student applies to our application, they get an offer letter. So this is pretty the stage where they get an offer letter. So once they get an offer letter, the students only have to pay $1,000 tuition deposit. So we only ask for $1,000 tuition deposit, which of course goes towards the tuition fee. And that's pretty much it. You just have to pay $1,000, and the rest of the money you will pay on your first day of classes, and you pay term by term. That's how you pay. How many courses you register, only that much you pay. So we don't ask you to pay 1 semester fee. We don't ask you to pay 1 year fee. It's recommended from a visa perspective. But again, if you don't want to, you can definitely apply for visa by just paying $1,000.
Yeah. Y todo el proceso de registro y de mandar ese dinero lo hacemos en Class Education. Entonces los tomamos de la mano, les vamos guiando con qué documentos necesitamos. Una vez que estamos aceptados, mandar esos $1,000. Si quieren mandar el primer semestre completo para que pinten mejor para cuando hacemos la visa y que la Inmigración Canadá nos da una respuesta positiva, podemos mandar el pago completo y les damos su estado de cuenta para que vean que todo va caminando bien. Entonces, hay diferentes formas de hacerlo. Let's take some questions. We have, I know we have more things to share, but I want to take some of the questions, some of the old questions that people mentioned earlier not before we forget, but to make sure people are still online to listen to the answer.
Sure.
Here's one from Marcela. She's saying, yo estoy en Guadalajara, México. ¿Tienen oficinas acá donde pueden visitar? Sí, ok. Marcela, sí tenemos oficina en Guadalajara. Oficinas, sí, teníamos oficinas, hoy día estamos trabajando desde casa todavía, ya estamos viendo un regreso a la oficina, pero podemos atenderte en oficinas, en línea, pero sí tenemos gente que está en Guadalajara, gente muy capaz, muy te diría, muy profesional y muy enfocado en lo que es educación superior, y con mucho gusto te pueden entender. Entonces, te pediría, Marcela, que nos llenes el formato que está tú ya haces en YouTube, veo. Llena tu formato de contacto, mándanoslo y con mucho gusto estaremos en contacto contigo a partir de mañana. O también le pide al equipo de clase que le ponga en la respuesta a Marcela los datos de nuestros consultores, en un par de consultores que tenemos en Guadalajara. Si pueden poner su correo y su número de WhatsApp, por favor, en el chat para que Marcela lo tenga y se pueden comunicar con ellos también de una vez. ¿Ok? Con mucho gusto, Marcela, pero esperamos también tus datos por el formato de contacto. Muchas gracias por tu pregunta. Alejandro Belmont, ¿cuál es la materia o especialidad en la que destacan? Okay. What are some of your specialty programs at NorQuest? Is asking Alejandro.
Yeah. We have, as I was showing you, we have a lot of programs in health. Also, I think for international students, lots of students apply to business program. They also apply to early learning and childcare. They apply to a lot of our community study programs, even also in health programs. And of course, because we are in Alberta, a lot of students also apply to our environmental science, energy management programs as well. So I would say pretty much all the programs I've shown you, around 30 programs, all those programs are popular among students. But there's some programs which are a little bit more oversubscribed, like health, business, and community study programs.
Okay. Very good. Y también complementando, le comenté una oficina en Guadalajara, pero tenemos 10 oficinas a lo largo de la República, entonces estamos en diferentes lugares. Vi otra persona que pidió si había oficina en Coahuila. Sí tenemos oficina en Coahuila también. Entonces, la mejor forma es que llenen el formato de contacto que está en su red social ahí, nos mandan sus datos y con eso nos estamos en contacto con ustedes. Y también le pediría a Jessica si puede poner los datos de clase abajo de la pantalla para que la gente pueda copiar nuestro WhatsApp, nuestro correo y el sitio web, obviamente, para que la gente se ponga en contacto. Ahí están los contactos. Y si le podemos contestar a la persona de Coahuila, quién es nuestro contacto en Coahuila también, con WhatsApp y teléfono. Con eso ya vamos avanzando. Daniel Corona, ¿se puede estudiar y trabajar a la vez para pagar el semestre? Daniel is asking if he can work and study while he's studying, work and study, and with that money pay his semester.
Yeah, there may be only possibility to save a little bit, because in our 2-year diploma programs, we do have 4 months of scheduled break. And that scheduled break, yes, you can work full time. But you can probably save to pay maybe one term, but not for the full duration of the program. You definitely need to have your own saving to fund the program. But yes, you can definitely save enough maybe for one term. And while you're studying, you're allowed to work 20 hours a week. So you can maybe make up money to pay for your cost of living. As I mentioned, cost of living is less in Edmonton anyways. So definitely that you can, something that you can recover from part-time work.
Yo diría, Daniel, que sí puedes trabajar mientras estás estudiando y con eso sí puedes pagar tus costos de vivienda aquí, de tus gastos personales, pero sí sería importante que tengas los estudios previsto y con un ahorro previo para por lo menos pagar el primer semestre, si no los primeros 2 semestres, para que con lo que vas ganando mientras estudias sea para tus gastos personales. ¿Ok? Muy bien, hay muchas más preguntas. Do we have programs in psychology?
Yeah, we have programs in mental health recovery practitioner, which I showed. We have addiction recovery practitioner. We have child and youth care counseling.
Are you able to put them back on the page while we, Jimena, sí tenemos varios programas en psicología en la área, entonces los va a compartir ahorita para que los veas. Algunos siento que ya están llenos para septiembre, para espacio para enero 2023.
Yeah, okay. So we have here the mental health recovery practitioner. That's a good program for someone who has a degree or diploma in psychology. Addiction recovery practitioner, that's another. Again, this is waitlisted, but mental health is right now open for January. Then child and youth care counseling, this is another program. This is also open for winter intake. You can apply for that.
When it says certificate, again, it's 1-year program.
Yes.
When it says diploma, it's a 2-year program. And
yes.
The cost is for the full program, right? So if it says diploma, $39,000, that's about $18,000 per year. Well, no, $19,000 per year, right?
Per year.
And if it says 18, because it's 1 year, and that's about the same price, but just for 1 year. Okay.
Yes, but this includes, again, health insurance, dental insurance, bus pass, all those kind of things that include.
Muy importante. Eso incluye los seguros dental, seguro médico y pase de transporte público para todo el año. O la duración del programa, más bien, ¿no? La duración de todo el programa. Ok. ¿Qué otra pregunta tenemos? He visto varias otras preguntas. Ahí va una. Gabriela Trejo. For the program of food and beverages, how many years is it? I believe it's a 1-year program, correct?
Yeah. Yes. So it's a 1-year program. So a lot of times students stack this food and beverage with supply chain. And the reason why supply chain is very popular here, because Edmonton is the supply chain hub for the northern territories and the north part of Canada. So there's Northwest Territory, Yukon Territory. Everything that is supply chain, the warehousing and all that, all the supplies that go to the north goes through Edmonton. So there are a lot of jobs in supply chain and food and beverage. So I would say if you do food and beverage, you need to club it together with supply chain. That will increase your employment opportunities.
And your immigration possibility as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to explain that in Spanish because this is very important. Can you put that program list again up on the screen there, please? Eso es muy importante. Ahí está diciendo Gabriela, porque estás preguntando sobre food and beverages. Edmonton es un centro muy importante de manejo de comida y de distribución de comida para toda la parte norte del país, ¿no? La parte norte, incluyendo el Yukon y los territorios del noroeste, que son dos territorios enormes en Canadá y no tienen centro de distribución. Todo se hace desde Edmonton, ¿ok? Entonces, allá está diciendo que el certificado de 1 año de Food and Beverages está muy bien. Y si lo combinas con el de Supply Chain, que es también 1 año, ya tienes dos programas de 1 año, lo cual el gobierno canadiense lo toma como un programa de 2 años. Y eso, la ventaja, es que te da el permiso laboral post-graduación hasta por 3 años. Porque si tomas nada más un certificado de 1 año, tienes el permiso laboral post-graduación solo por 1 año. ¿Okay? Y 1 año es muy poquito tiempo para aplicar por la residencia. Si tienes 2 programas, 2 certificados de 1 año, lo tienes por 3 años, te da más puntos, te vuelves más interesante para un empleador, sobre todo en Edmonton. Entonces sería un buen consejo que te puede funcionar muy bien para tu plan. Ok, let's take another question. Daniel Corona, ¿tendrá que pagar mi licencia con alguna casa? Okay. He wants to know housing, what are the housing options for him? He's interested in knowing that.
Yeah. So housing, most of the options that we have are mostly rental. We don't have a student residence because we have our campus in downtown. And as I was mentioning before, the cost of living is very less in Edmonton. So that's why we usually recommend students to a lot of housing options. There are a lot of even the residents which are in the downtown. So once you are ready to come, you can connect with us and we can refer you where you can find accommodation. It's very, very affordable, close to the campus. So we can definitely assist you in that aspect.
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you for the question, Danielle. So again, 50% cheaper than living in a city like Toronto or Vancouver, so it's a very, very attractive destination. Nicolas Coyum, whom I think I know, I've seen him in different lives before. Para el pago de los estudios, en caso de llevar el dinero en efectivo, ¿se ve afectado en algún impuesto o cuál será la mejor manera de efectuar los pagos? Okay, talking about payments, if he's got cash. Lo mejor que puedes hacer, Nicolás, es, bueno, lo tienes que pagar desde antes de salir de México, porque entonces puedes depositar a cualquier banco. Bueno, no trabajamos con Scotia y Banamex, puedes depositar en cualquier banco en México. No hay ningún impuesto para pagar en efectivo, no hay nada. Y nosotros hacemos el pago a la escuela porque uno tienes que tener el semestre pagado antes de llegar, y también es una buena idea pagar el semestre antes de aplicar por la visa para maximizar tus posibilidades de lograr la visa de estudio canadiense, ¿no? Entonces, eso será mi consejo. Cualquier pago en efectivo, no hay ningún problema, no hay ningún impuestos. Puedes llegar con efectivo a Canadá y no hay impuesto porque es tu dinero. Lo máximo efectivo con el que puedes viajar es menos de $10,000 canadiense. Entonces no puedes entrar con más de $10,000 canadiense en tu bolsillo. Y tenemos un servicio en clase que se llama Sidekick, que es una tarjeta de crédito y débito, donde puedes poner el dinero ahí en México y lo sacas ahí en Canadá como una tarjeta de débito o tarjeta de crédito. Si quieres más información sobre eso, Nicolás, mándanos tus datos y te podemos decir cómo funciona la tarjeta. La tarjeta cuesta normalmente $30 y la estamos regalando, creo que por $10. Entonces, es una promoción especial que tenemos ahorita y eso te ayuda también a mover fondos. Pero la colegiatura debe ser pagada antes que salgas de México, antes que llegas al college, y también es una buena idea pagarlo antes de aplicar a la visa. ¿Ok? Andrés Franco dice, ¿existe un pago inicial? ¿Is there a first payment? Yes, there is. Pago inicial, para iniciar nosotros un expediente con Class Education, nosotros pedimos $15,000. Con ese $15,000 pagamos el costo de aplicación al college, pagamos la consultoría con Class Education y pagamos los documentos que hay que mandar a traducir, porque hay que traducir documentos de su prepa o de su universidad, según el caso, para mandar su aplicación al college. Lo que sobra allá se va en su estado de cuenta. Una vez que están aceptados, el college pide un depósito de $1,000 canadiense y lo demás hay que pagarlo antes que empiece el semestre, más o menos antes que salgan. Y como decía hace ratito, es muy importante a veces pagar el semestre antes de aplicar por la visa para maximizar sus chances de tener una respuesta positiva. ¿Ok? Sorry. The career I have in mind, which would be nursing, how many years of residency? Eric Gomez is asking.
Okay, so for nursing program, this is a 2-year program. So this is a practical nursing program. Student does that 2-year diploma, and then they have to write an exam to become a licensed practical nurse. And then pretty much they can work in the field of nursing. And we have this program. We have a new program coming up. We are going to open this application most likely in April. This is going to be mainly for students who have a bachelor's of nursing already from Mexico, so they can apply for this program. This program is going to be a little bit different than this one, but your answer to your question is, after you do your program, you just give an exam and you can start working right away in nursing.
Okay. Y lo que puede pasar también es que empiezas con este practical nurse y luego estando enfermera de aquí o ya trabajando, también puedes tomar cursos de especialización para subir en los diferentes rangos de enfermeras, ¿no? Porque hay enfermeras, practical es la primera, luego hay enfermeras registradas, luego hay enfermeras especializadas, luego hay pediatras. Entonces, todos esos son diferentes niveles de enferma que puedes ir haciendo mientras te vas enfocando y siguiendo estudiando en las noches o los fines de semana. Hay muchas posibilidades de seguir estudiando y seguir subiendo tu nivel de especialidad y tu nivel de ingreso al mismo tiempo. ¿Ok? Very good. Can I go with my family?
Yeah, we do have a lot of students who come from Latin America. I would say we have 2 families from Mexico. They come with their family. Yes, the answer is yes. And then we have people who are coming with their spouse, their children. So if you're studying in any of our certificate and diploma programs, you can definitely put your children in the public school education system and then yes, your children can get free education as well. Your spouse can be on an open work permit. So those options are there. But yes, the answer is yes. We have a lot of students who are coming with their whole families who are studying with us.
Sí. Eso para nosotros ha sido el segmento con mayor crecimiento en los 2020 y 2021 y sigue siendo una realidad en 2022 y es por eso, ahí les va los beneficios de la visa canadiense. Miren eso, mientras uno está estudiando puede trabajar medio tiempo, es decir, 20 horas a la semana y tiempo completo en épocas de vacaciones como puede ser el verano, por ejemplo. Al graduarse, automáticamente todos los graduados internacionales son elegibles a un permiso laboral postgraduación hasta por 3 años. ¿Ok? Lo interesante, ahí va la parte de la pareja. El permiso de trabajo de tiempo completo para tu pareja o cónyuge durante todo el periodo de tus estudios cuando ya empiezas a trabajar por los 3 años también, entonces por los 5 años en este caso. Si tienen hijos entre 5 y 18 años, ellos pueden estudiar gratuitamente en el sistema educativo público canadiense, que es excelente sistema. Y los graduados, al año de estar trabajando después de graduarse, reúnen la mayoría de los requisitos para aplicar por la residencia canadiense. Y Alberta, inclusive, tienen un programa provincial específico que es de ellos. Entonces, en lugar de aplicar para la residencia a los 12 meses de trabajar, puedes aplicar después de 6 meses. Y le voy a pedir que nos comente un poco más sobre eso, pero es realmente un programa muy, muy interesante. Eso hace que el proyecto es sostenible para una familia con hijos, porque no tienen que pagar escuela. El estudiante puede trabajar medio tiempo, su pareja puede trabajar tiempo completo. Entonces, es mucho más viable considerar estas opciones y hacer que las finanzas funcionen, ¿no? Sure, tell us about the provincial nominee program quickly in a few words, because we know it's 6 months instead of 12 months, which is a very, very impactful for some students.
Yeah, definitely. I have it here on the screen, so I think this will help students a lot. So yeah, I think that the provincial nominee program has been recently renamed here in Alberta. Now it's called Alberta Advantage Immigration Program. So you're absolutely right. We have a very popular program called Alberta Opportunity Stream. So students who graduate from any of our diploma, post-diploma, or a post-baccalaureate program, they just need 6 months of experience in their field of study, and then they can apply for immigration. They only need an IELTS score of 5 band, which is not that high. And also they just need a job. So if they fulfill all these requirements, they can apply to Alberta Opportunity Stream. And it's very, very popular. And there is no point system in this one. And if you get 4 months of paid internship, as was mentioning in business or environmental science program, that 4 months counts towards the 6 months. And then in that case, you only need to work 2 more months once you graduate if you have done a 4 months paid internship. So your experience time also get less if you get some paid internship while you are in the program. Now also we have an express entry, Alberta express entry, because express entry is the immigration through which students get immigration to Canada. It's 1,200 points. People need 400 to 500 points usually. But in Alberta, you can get immigration as low as 300 points. But student must have a job in Alberta, and they must have worked 1 year in Alberta. If they have it, even if they have 300 points, yes, they can get immigration.
Okay.
And we have few professions where it's a little bit accelerated. So we, as I was mentioning, we have a business program with human resource management specialization. So right now there's a lot of shortage in human resource managers, professionals here in Alberta. So if you do that and you find a job in health, a human resource professional, yes, there is an accelerated immigration program. So pretty much it's a very fast program. You can get immigration very fast. And then we also have computer related professions, which are also part of that accelerated tech pathway. And Alberta is also coming with a rural renewal stream, in which some of the communities in the rural Alberta, they'll identify. If a student is able to find a job in those communities, they can also get a head start and will be a little bit easier immigration. So once that is identified by the province, then our work integrated learning team is going to reach out to those communities and network with those employers. So we can help and support students in finding employment in those rural communities as well.
Okay, all right. So, muy buenas oportunidades allá para la parte migratoria desde 12 meses, pero hasta 6 meses. Esto es mucho más rápido que la mayoría del resto del país. Entonces, una ventaja más de estudiar en NorQuest College. Very good. Thank you very much. We have more questions, but we've been here for a little over an hour now. We have one more question. Lynette Gondora says, if I have a design degree, can I take the early learning and child care diploma or the mental health recovery practitioner post-diploma, or do I need previous studies?
Yeah, so for mental health, you will be needing a study in health and psychology. So I would say with design degree, the early learning and childcare will be a better match because in that we're not looking for the related field of study. But in mental health, yes, you need to have psychology or health background.
Okay, yeah, because it's a postgraduate, right? It's
Yes, post-diploma.
Right.
Yes.
Postdiploma es el nivel ya ¿cómo se llama? El segundo nivel de la universidad, ¿no? Entonces, muy interesante pregunta, Lynette. Si te interesa, te pido por favor que nos llenes el formato de contacto en YouTube para que tengamos tus datos y te podamos dar más información, cotización exacta sobre esos programas. Y ya sabes que son programas muy, muy pedidos. Entonces, que me inicias tu proceso. Creo que está lleno para septiembre, pero podemos tener espacio todavía para enero 2023, que no es mañana, pero es el día después, ¿no? Entonces es muy, muy pronto. Hay que ir preparando y trabajar con anticipación. Muy bien. Okay, sir, thank you very much for your time again. We have more questions, but it's been a little while now. It's already a little later for you there in Alberta. I know it's you're 1 hour ahead of me in Alberta. and about 1 hour behind Mexico and other countries in Latin America. Well, thank you very much. I'll give you the floor for last minute comments you may want to say, and in case you forgot something, and then we'll come back and close the session.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you again, Bruno, for the opportunity. So I think the last thing I would say is that for the students is to apply early. I think right now in these COVID times, I know COVID is a little bit over, but still we are having the hangover of COVID. So the visa processing times are taking a little longer for students. So I would recommend students to apply early. If they're looking to get admission into any of our programs, they have to apply at least 6 months in advance, or at least 8 months in advance. So right now is the best time to apply for winter or even for September intake programs where we have seats available. So apply now, don't wait for later to apply, otherwise it will be too late for you to get a visa. So I think that's mainly, but again, of course, Edmonton, Alberta has a lot to offer. If you're looking for more affordable destination, a place where there's a lot of employment opportunities and also very attractive settlement opportunities also. So it has a package of all those things for prospective students.
Yeah, very well said. It's very true. I think Edmonton, in this case, NorQuest College, is a victim of its own success. The programs are full. There's some place for some space available for September, but it's a good time to start applying for September and also for January 2023. Edmonton, big points here. 50% cheaper in terms of cost of living than other places in Canada. Great immigration opportunity, great working opportunity as well. Obviously, great education, great institution for your preparation. But it's a very interesting package. The tax burden is lower in Alberta as well, so that makes it also more attractive. So I think there's a lot of very positive points on the table that we've discussed today. And I hope that was of service to the people who are listening to us. I know some of them are thanking us for the answer to their questions. So thank you very much for your questions. One last thing I want to talk about. Today is March 3rd. On the 28th of February, Canada announced that we no longer will require the PCR test to come into Canada. Only the antigen test, which is the much easier, cheaper, and faster test. So that's good. Entonces ahí ven las nuevas reglas. A partir del 28 de febrero, Canadá ya dejó de pedir las pruebas PCR, que es lo que pidió a lo largo de esa pandemia. Ya vamos saliendo de esa pandemia. Como dijo nuestro invitado de hoy, para entrar, ya en Alberta ya no se requiere el pasaporte de vacunas. En varios lugares en la provincia ya no se usa ni máscara. Las clases son presenciales. Entonces estamos realmente saliendo de esta pandemia por fin y regresando a una normalidad. Entonces, y esta prueba pues es una prueba más que estamos regresando a la normalidad. Solamente una prueba de antígenos, que es mucho más rápido, mucho más fácil y económico. Y esos son los requisitos que uno necesita para entrar a Canadá. Cualquier pregunta sobre eso lo pueden ver con su consultor de Class Education. Estamos aquí para ayudarlos. Y con eso nos vamos despidiendo. Muchísimas gracias a nuestro invitado Serb y NorQuest College por su presencia al día de hoy. Y gracias por sus preguntas. Gracias al equipo de clase, obviamente, siempre para poner estos espacios y para poder contestar en tiempo real a sus preguntas. Y yo me voy despidiendo. Bruno Perón. Nos vemos el próximo jueves para nuestro próximo live de Class TV a las 7 p.m. hora de México y hora de México, y de varios países de América Latina. Mientras tanto, también tenemos el live en Instagram los martes a las 6 p.m., donde también estaremos con otra escuela canadiense para darles cada vez más información para tomar buenas decisiones con respecto a estudios en Canadá. Les dejo con un pequeño video que hicimos en diciembre pasado para que conozcan un poco más del equipo de clase, quién está trabajando con nosotros y a qué nos dedicamos y qué es lo que nos mueve, qué es lo que nos apasiona. Y es básicamente, les doy un spoiler, que es ayudarles a cambiar su vida, a mejorar sus oportunidades académica, laboral, personal y migratoria en un país como Canadá, donde hay muchas muy buenas oportunidades que les esperan. ¿Ok? Con eso en medio, muchas gracias a todos. Nos vemos la próxima semana. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Good night.
Gracias. Thank you. Bye.
Yo atribuiría el éxito de Class Education básicamente a 3 cosas. Primero, la gran experiencia que tenemos en el mercado, que son más de 10,000 alumnos que hemos enviado al extranjero a través de los 27 años de experiencia.
Pues conformamos un equipo responsable, amigable.
Saber que la educación siempre trae grandes beneficios.
Se siente muy satisfactorio formar parte de cambiar la vida de una persona.
Class Education ha demostrado que en tiempos retadores, cuando se trabaja en equipo y con un gran liderazgo, se pueden lograr cosas muy grandes.
El negocio de Class Education claramente es apoyar a la gente para ir a estudiar en el extranjero, pero el verdadero impacto de lo que hacemos es literalmente cambiar la vida de la gente.
Me apasiona el hecho de ver las caras, que ahorita es por Zoom, pero es el hablar con los estudiantes o con los papás y que al final me digan, al final de esa llamada que me digan, me aclaraste todas mis dudas.
Lo más satisfactorio es cuando pues un estudiante te dice gracias.
Y el empatizar con los papás de yo he mandado a mis hijas, te entiendo como papá, y saber qué es lo que están buscando para sus hijos. Creo que eso fue el match perfecto que me hizo quedarme en Class.
Lo que diferencia el equipo de Class Education para mí es el hecho que tenemos un gran compromiso hacia el servicio.
Una de las cosas que más me gusta de estar en Class Education es que las crisis que otros ven, nosotros los vemos siempre como áreas de oportunidad.
Es algo súper enriquecedor. Si bien pues todos tenemos un trabajo, una labor, aquí es el trabajo de cumplir sueños.
Trabajando con el equipo de Class Education me siento súper bien en el día a día porque todos somos individuos que buscamos lo mismo, que es hacer crecer a nuestros estudiantes.
Me sigue emocionando, me sigue dando una emoción increíble cuando sale su visa, cuando ya tiene su vuelo, cuando le damos la plática de salida.
Emocionados te bendicen y te dan las gracias por haberles ayudado a hacer su trámite, por haber cumplido su sueño.
Con Customer Experience lo que queremos lograr es no solamente que se quede la guía en el proceso desde que tú nos contactas hasta que tomes el avión, sino que vayan más allá y que ya que estás en la escuela, si tienes algún problema, dudas que puedes tener estando ahí en la escuela, que nos busques, que nosotros te ayudamos a tratar de resolver todo eso.
Si alguien necesita apoyo de otro departamento, nos apoyamos. Ese es el objetivo de Class, porque necesitamos cambiar una vida de una persona.
Pero creo que cuando trabajas en equipo y escuchas a tu gente, puedes reinventarte, que fue lo que hicimos en este caso. Nos reinventamos, nos fuimos a la parte online.
Hemos estado innovando a raíz de la pandemia, todo el tema de mayor exposición en redes, el tema de estar presentes en los webinars.
Yo describiría Class Education en 3 palabras: pasión, experiencia y seguridad.
Amistad significa compañerismo y significa sueños.
Calidad, experiencia y cambio.
Profesionalismo, compañerismo, es una familia.
Líder en el mercado, es confiable y sobre todo seguro.
Class Education es respaldo, experiencia y pasión por servir.
En Class Education todos estamos conscientes de la importancia que es hacer realidad los sueños de las personas.
Así es que no lo dudes, hazlo con Class.
Hazlo con Class.
Hazlo con Class.
Hazlo
con Class.
Hazlo con Class.